Hello. And tonight is the first night of what I hope to be, if I can find enough games, an ongoing thing. Just kind of like a little burned out on Witcher. I'm enjoying it, but Teamwork Tuesday was always a little demanding, and then Fragging Friday, ooh, physically demanding. But these, I want a night where I can have like small games and just interact kind of at a minimal level, like Telltale's type of games, and just enjoy a story and that kind of thing. So I really don't know much about this game. I heard it was a full motion video game, so I kind of just threw it on my wish list, waited for it to go on sale, and picked it up. So I've had it for a while, I think since like November, and I've been sitting on it since then. So let's give it a go here. Let's see. I don't know what these mean. Sepia on, in time, blah 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 blah. Looks good, I think. We're gonna let it rip. New game.
The faculty thinks I've gone loopy, like some kind of spongy Mobius strip. That's why I'm here, isn't it, Dr. Dekker?
I can see people's dreams.
I've set up an experiment.
My dad is trying to hurt me.
Quantum suicide. Have you heard of it?
If I concentrate hard enough, and I know when the person's going to be asleep, I can have the dream with them.
Well, let's call him God. He creates this world for his amusement, something he can play with and occasionally alter to suit his mood.
It feels like the paintings are watching me.
Sometimes, when I walk through a door, it takes me somewhere else. Literally, somewhere else.
God loves chaos, but something goes wrong. Man and woman evolve. What was once chaotic becomes, well, more ordered.
Starts as a door-to-door saleswoman. Double glazing, probably.
Dr. Dekker, I think we both know what you dreamed about last night.
I've seen its silhouette changing through the window.
Because he thinks I'm evil.
Am I supposed to do anything here?
Because I can see things other people can't.
On the basis the central component of our universe is chaos, science can only document a perception of the chaos at any one given moment in time.
I did what you said, Doctor. They arrested me.
Which means that at any given moment, we can choose to alter our perception of the world, no matter how much chaos that would cause.
I thought you were supposed to fix me.
I'm telling you, it's eating people. And you're just laughing.
You're insane, Doctor.
Listen to me. You're not listening. It's your only bloody job.
All right, listen. I'm supposed to listen. I'm Dr. Dekker, I assume.
Doctor, you're late. And after all those promises, never mind, let's not keep the patient. You're late. And after all those promises, you're late.
You're late.
And after all those promises, never mind.
What's going on? I'm Dr. Dekker, obviously.
Doctor, you're late. And after all those promises, never mind, let's not keep the patients waiting. And if you want anything, just... Oh, sorry, I forgot. I'm not going to be here. The police still have some questions they want to ask about, you know. And then after that, I'm dropping in to see Ben. He's still in shock, and I thought we'd show we cared. We do still care, don't we, Doctor? Good. Anyway, I hope you're all caught up on Dr. Dekker's tapes. I think Mariana is in first, but I'm sure they'll all become a blur by the end of the day. I'll see you later. Or tomorrow. Probably tomorrow. I'll leave it to you then.
All right. That's my couch. What's up, Gray? Oh, wait. Patient name Tarthostics. Reds keep talking around. Ambers are done. Continue button appears when all patients are done. Green, you ask everything.
cartoon and now he's off to join the clan. And my boy Eric once had my
You
picture
play me
on
from
his
the
shelf.
help screen.
But now when I see him, he tells me to fuck myself. Well, blame Canada. Blame Canada. It seems that everything's gone wrong since Canada came along. Blame Canada.
Oh, I have to type.
Blame Canada.
They're not even a real country anyway.
It appears to be some kind of shrink simulator. I don't know anything about this game. Yes, I like cats, not yes. Owing green is intentionally hard. Hints will be required. See hint cooldowns and options. I don't want to talk about him, Cray. Alright. Type my question here. Who's this? Hang on a second. The help. Okay, okay, this is a psychiatrist. Don't just grill people about the murder. There's a murder, apparently. Try and help them. Ask them how they are and try to find the root of their problem. If nothing else, it may uncover the motives you're looking for. You can use just keywords or full questions to speak to your patients. Questions are generally better, as you may find more responses that way. Dekker will look to see if a patient has anything to say about Dr. Dekker in general. Did you like Dekker or did you kill Dekker? Might reveal something else entirely. Cray, you're sick. You're a sick man. Red, keep talking. Ambers, you're done. Green, you've asked everything. Aren't those the same thing? Going green is optional. Okay. All right. So that's Mariana. I'm not sure. Patience. Oops. My notes. Verbal mirroring. A new study in psychology yesterday suggests using the same words as your patient increases trust. Use yes or no when answering questions. If they seem confused, they probably ask something they have more than one answer to. To do, say hello to patients, find out what's wrong with them, and see what they know about Dekker. Annotation idea. No work tonight, Cray Cray? Alright, so patience. Let's start at the top. Well, what is this drop down? Oh, those are hints. Got home early? Nice. So Bryce. Who's Bryce? That must have been Mariana, because now her name is no longer indented. Alright, let's talk to Bryce. Gonna make you wait for Mariana there. What are the hints? Alright, let's just try that. Wait, what does this button do? Ask. Okay, I need to type something. Who are you? Who is your daddy and what does he do?
I'm Bryce Hemmings. You must be the new doctor. Did you know Dr. Dekker?
No.
He was an antagonistic psycho. I hope you're not from the same school of thought. At midnight each day, time as you know it freezes. In my world, it just slows down to almost a stop. But I don't. I'm free to wander around and do as I please. An hour later, normal reality continues. It's my very own midnight hour.
What is on your camera? No, do you? Oh, we'll start off nice and slow. Do you take photos during your midnight hour?
Slow down, Doctor. You don't have to ask me all the questions at once. Try one at a time.
tell me what to do. I'm the doctor here. Do you take photos?
I've taken a lot of pictures. I have great shots of all the tourist sites. It's amazing what exposure you can use when moving cars are literally frozen still. Must be the sharp focus.
What do you mean by sharp focus?
Is that something I should know about?
You're the photographer. What do you know about Dekker?
I didn't really like Dr. Dekker, and for quite a few reasons, actually. I'd rather talk about my own problems for now, though, if you don't mind.
Okay. What's bothering you, Bryce?
That's meaningless to me.
No, it's just the chat parser didn't understand what I said, that's all. Why are you here?
Originally, I was suffering with depression. Work was piling up. I kept missing deadlines. I wasn't used to all the failure. I got depressed.
Talk about your failure.
Apparently, I've gone a little mad. For me, I have 25-hour days.
What do you do during your extra hour?
I'm a grave digger, Doctor. And people are dying quicker than we can bury them.
Who is dying?
I don't know.
It's not helpful at all. Was there a murder?
Yes. Dr. Dekker was murdered. Quelle surprise. Murder does seem a bit harsh, doesn't it? And another grave to dig. I know as much about it as you do. Less, I would imagine.
How was Dekker killed? Murdered? Haven't we talked about that already? Oh. Oh, question history, nice.
Originally, I was suffering with depression. Work was piling up. I kept missing deadlines. I wasn't used to all the failure. I got depressed.
Okay. So it's got asterisk, so that means I should follow up. What do you do for work? Oh. Why are you depressed?
You'd think being a gravedigger had its perks, but it can be very stressful. There's a trend going towards burial rather than cremation again, and as well as running out of space, we're running out of competent gravediggers. At least ones that can use a shovel, that is. I'm not feeling anywhere near as depressed as I used to, though. Not since I got the extra hour.
Intern. Okay, I'm doing all right then, right? I guess I'm doing good. Hang on a second. I want to see the help thing. What do 2 asterisks mean? Amber's, I'm done. Green, I've asked everything. I guess we'll just press on. History. What did Dekker say to you?
Sorry, I don't know anything about that.
Oh. Tell me about Dekker. Oh. Did Dekker have enemies?
No, sorry.
Did Dekker have friends?
That doesn't mean anything to me.
20 questions. Alright, Bryce. What do you want to talk about?
You'd think being a grave... I didn't really like Dr. Dekker, and for quite a few reasons.
Why didn't you like Dekker?
Dr. Dekker would say one thing and do another. He would push me to do things I didn't want to do. He was getting worse towards the end. I'm surprised he didn't kill himself. You'd think being a great... At midnight each day, time as you know it freezes. In my world, it just slows down to almost a stop. But I don't. I'm free to wander around and do as I please. An hour later, normal reality continues. It's my very own midnight hour.
Do you enjoy your midnight hour?
It's a bizarre thing to know you have an extra hour every day. I rarely ever sleep until after midnight now, so I can appreciate the extra time. I get a lot of work done in that time. I'm completely caught up. The depression is no longer an issue. 25 hours is a blessing for me. But apparently, it's not real, and I'm insane for thinking it is. What do you think, Doctor?
Maybe you just really focus on your work sometimes.
It's a bizarre thing. It's a bizarre thing to know you have an extra hour every day. I rarely ever sleep until after midnight now, so I can appreciate the extra time. I get a lot of work done in that time. I'm completely caught up. The depression is no longer an issue. 25 hours is a blessing for me. But apparently, it's not real, and I'm insane for thinking it is. What do you think, Doctor?
I don't think you're insane.
I thought it would be too early to make a diagnosis, but it's good you're having a go anyway.
Okay. Do you talk? Good one, Craig, good one. During your extra hour? No. Not valid. So, why are you... Did Dekker make you mad?
At midnight each day, time as you know it freezes. In my world, it just slows down to almost a stop. But I don't. I'm free to wander around and do as I please. An hour later, normal reality continues.
Do as I please. What do you mean by do as I please?
In the extra hour, I mainly catch up with work. It's a godsend. Sometimes I play chess against myself. It relaxes and strengthens the mind all at once.
Okay.
You'd think being a gravedigger had its perks, but it can be very stressful.
I can't think of any perks of being a gravedigger.
There's a trend going towards burial rather than cremation again. And as well as running out of space, we're running out of competent gravediggers. At least ones that can use a shovel, that is. I'm not feeling anywhere near as depressed as I used to.
Shovel was italicized in his
not
response.
Since I got the extra hour.
I'm gonna ask about the shovel. Do people not use shovels?
Henley Church, where I work, is located on an old Norman motte and bailey.
What?
You can't use mechanical diggers or excavators there in case you destroy a relic.
Oh. What relics lie beneath?
I stumbled across a relic myself. An ancient chess piece. A queen, I believe. The best chess piece. The most freedom of movement.
Yeah.
But they took it away immediately and proclaimed the whole east side of Henley Church a protected site of archaeological importance, which means we're not allowed to use it until the archaeologists have finished. I wish I hadn't told anyone. Henley Church, where I work, is located on an old Norman...
Tell me more about the church.
Henley Church is relatively small. Well, for the number of bodies they expect us to pack into the ground, it's relatively small. The whole building was once owned by Scientologists, but they handed it back to the community as a tax break, I believe. Or they'd finished doing whatever it was they wanted to do with it.
Scientologists? Question mark?
I'm not sure I believe in any religion anymore. I used to believe in God. Not anymore. There are too many religions to pick from, don't you think?
I agree with you, sir. Has he seen Tom Cruise? Are you atheist?
I can't help you there.
Who else am I supposed to ask?
I'm not sure I believe in any religion anymore. I used to believe in God. Not anymore. There are too many religions to pick from.
Actually, okay. Why don't you believe in God anymore? Quit taking pictures of me.
I'm not sure God would have given a man an extra hour a day. Not just a single man. My extra hour is a gift, but sometimes it's a curse.
Uh-oh, I think we're getting to something here. Why is the extra hour a curse?
I sound like I'm complaining, don't I?
Yeah, you do.
I'll
a little
stop
bit.
now.
Okay. That's it then. Which God did you believe in? No. Colonel Bryce.
I'm not sure I believe in any religion anymore. I used to believe in God.
God.
Not anymore. There are too many religions to pick from, don't you think?
Too many to pick from?
I have no knowledge of that.
Okay, let's just... Okay. 1 star, I should follow this up. 2 stars, definitely follow up.
Henley Church, where I work, is located on an old Norman motte and bailey. You can't use mechanical diggers or excavators there in case you destroy a relic.
Do you use shovel? Bah. Alright, we gotta stay with the 2 stars is the important one. What am I supposed to ask about?
I'm
here?
not sure I believe in any religion anymore. I used to believe in God. Not anymore. There are too many religions to pick from, don't you think?
There are a lot of religions. I agree.
I don't have anything for you.
Ugh. Like when it goes full color, because then I know something new's coming, or absolutely nothing. Maybe we should talk to someone else. Let's talk to someone else. Let's talk to Claire. Hello, Clarice. Hello, Claire.
My name is Claire Castleford, and as I'm paying a small fortune for these sessions, I'd expect you to be up to speed, Doctor.
Oh. Tell me about yourself. Oh. Why are you here?
Well, according to your predecessor, I'm a delusional psychotic with obsessive tendencies. Oh, and a history of violence. Sounds so cold when you put it like that, though, doesn't it?
It does. She's got steel eyes.
My name is Claire Castleford, and as I'm paying a small...
How much are you paying?
Being rich has its perks, but honestly, I would give it all up in a heartbeat if it could free me from this madness.
The infectious madness? Tell me about your madness.
I'm in a bit of a predicament, Doctor. I'll get to that.
What is your predicament? What?
Well, according to your predecessor, I'm a delusional psychotic with obsessive tendencies. Oh, and a history of violence. Sounds so cold when you put it like that, though, doesn't it?
Tell me about your delusions.
Delusions. As in seeing things that are not there. I'm not going to be any more specific. It's not true in any case. I'm not delusional.
You're not delusional? All right. Let's move on then. Psychosis. About your psychosis.
I don't have anything to say about that.
What? Have you committed violence?
To be fair, there was only one violent outburst. That hardly qualifies as a history of violence. And he provoked me.
Who provoked you?
It was a brief moment of temporary insanity. Or temporary clarity, I'm not really sure which. David had been having an affair with his assistant optician, Iris. How predictable. Not just the affair, but an optician named Iris.
Funny.
To be fair, there was only one.
Tell me about your outburst.
I stabbed him with a steak knife. Shocking, isn't it?
Okay. Did David die?
Keep up, Doctor. David is my husband.
Okay. What about Iris? Shocking.
Iris was David's assistant optician. Not anymore. No, not like that. I didn't kill her or anything. It's just that I changed the optician into a florist after David died. Optometry was his dream, not mine.
Okay.
Well, according to your predecessor, I'm a delusional psychotic with obsessive tendencies.
Obsessive.
Oh, and a history of...
What do you obsess over? Did I spell that right?
No, that doesn't mean anything to me.
How do you obsess?
I don't have an answer to that.
How do you spell? Yeah, I got the razor siren. Oh, where is it? There, right there. Yeah, I bought it, I don't know, about a month ago, I want to say. So this one just up here, I just use this for Discord now. I do like it. How does it sound? The first night I used it, people were saying I sounded different and that they kind of like the old one, but I think when I listened to them back, they sounded the same to me. And I kind of needed the second one for the 2 PC streaming setup. Sounds good? Good. Good.
Well, according to your predecessor, I'm a delusional psychotic with obsessive
It just sits on the desk. I'm surprised it sounds as good as it does.
Oh, and a history of violence. Sounds so cold when you put it like that, though, doesn't it?
Are you obsessed?
I'm obsessed with my husband. It's absurd, really.
That makes sense, right? Tell me about your husband. Are you obsessed with your husband?
I'm obsessed with my husband. It's absurd, really.
Oh, absurd. Why is that absurd?
Because he is here. And he shouldn't be.
What?
I don't know. Sorry. Because he is here. And he shouldn't be.
Oh dear. Why shouldn't he be here?
He's lucky to be alive.
Oh.
He almost died.
Yeah. Killed him and still sees him. Do you see him right now?
I'm going to have to plead ignorance on that one. He's lucky to be alive. He almost...
How is he? Why is he lucky to be alive?
My husband is not a well man. We've been having problems for a while now.
Tell me about the problems with your husband.
I should have divorced him. I wish I had. So much could have been avoided.
What could have been avoided?
Our altercation.
Oh.
The downfall since.
Obviously.
My husband is not a well man.
Not a well man.
We've been having problems for a while now.
What do you mean by well? By a well man?
His health, if you can call it that, has been deteriorating rapidly in the last few weeks. I can't cope with caring for him anymore.
So, can't cope with... How do you care for him?
David has trouble looking after himself. Sometimes I'll leave the lake house and he's just sitting in the rocking chair on the porch. And when I return the next evening, he's still there, just staring into the stars. He needs help, I know, but I can't hire anybody to care for him.
Why? Why can't you hire anybody? You are rich.
David's not ready for company. I hope to take you to see him one day and you'll see for yourself. David has trouble looking after himself. Sometimes I'll leave the lake house and he's just sitting in the rocking chair on the porch. And when I return the next evening, he's still there, just staring into the stars. He needs help, I know, but I can't hire anybody to care for him.
Tell me about the lake house.
David's staying at the lake house. It belonged to my parents, but I don't use it much anymore. I have the main house to myself.
What do you do at the house all by yourself? Bah.
His health, if you can call it that, has been deteriorating rapidly in the last few weeks. I can't cope with caring for him anymore.
Tell me about David's health.
Since our altercation, he's become less and less active. His mind's become less and less active too. Such a delightful conversationalist at one time, now more of an enigmatic husk.
Why is he enigmatic?
Since our altercation, he's
Tell me more about the altercation.
I tried to hurt David once. That's why I'm here, isn't it? I'm not proud of my behavior, but I was very angry. It was a private matter, though. The police should never have been involved.
Why shouldn't the police have been involved? You stabbed him with a steak knife.
The police seem to think I'm dangerous. I'm only sitting here talking to you because I have a lot of money. Otherwise, there's no doubt I'd be thrown into prison for a very long time. That's why I need your help, Doctor.
What help are you in seek of?
I need you to believe me. That's why I'm paying for these sessions. Everyone else thinks I'm crazy and dangerous. Everyone else thinks I've lost my mind. I tried to hurt David once. That's why I'm here, isn't it? I'm not proud of my behavior, but I was very angry. It was a private matter, though. The police should never have been involved.
Tell me about your anger.
I never used to get angry. Ever.
You wouldn't like me when I'm
If you're
angry.
angry, you're not in control. Isn't that right? And it would be very bad for me to lose control.
I feel like I'm relying on these things as a crutch. Hey, Wi-Fi. This chick will kill David. She's a liar and a snake. She's not wearing any shoes.
I never used to get angry. Ever. If you're angry, you're not in control. Isn't that right? And it would be very bad for me to lose control.
Welcome.
Very bad for you to lose control. We can't have you losing control.
Let's save that for another time, shall we?
That doesn't
I'm
make any
rich,
sense.
but I'm not made of money. And I'm fairly sure my time is up.
Are you leaving? I wasn't done with Bryce and the Scientologist line of thought.
I'm not sure I believe in any religion anymore. I used to believe in God. Not anymore. There are too many religions to pick from, don't you think?
I'll go back to Bryce. Too many religions?
I don't have anything for you.
Oh, Bryce. I think one religion is enough.
Then we disagree. Have you watched Zeitgeist, Doctor? Some of it is believable, and the part about most religions stemming from the same basic facts. It's more likely that they've all got it wrong than one of them has it right, in my opinion.
I think you're right, Bryce. But who am I? Who am I to say? Alright, so there's no more double asterisks. Alright. Bryce, you ever find a steak knife?
Sorry, I don't know anything about that.
Oh, I'm sure you don't. Why would you? The heck? Something weird just came through from work. It was not intended for me. Alright, let's talk to the next person. Eileen? Let's chat. Hello, Ellen.
Sorry, what do you mean? I mean, can you be more specific?
What? I said hello, Ellen.
Yes, I can talk about all of that. What do you want to talk about first?
You're crazy too. Did you know Dr. Dekker?
Sorry, what do you mean? I mean, can you be more specific?
What do you know about Dekker?
Yes, I can talk about all of that. What do you want to talk about first?
I'm a killer. Why are you here?
I started seeing Dr. Dekker a few months ago. I thought it would be nice to have someone I could talk to about work. It can get a bit stressful sometimes.
Tell me about stress.
It can be sad sometimes. I don't like losing a patient.
You're a doctor.
But that's the job. I don't get stressed about it or anything.
What do you do?
I work in a nursing home
Oh.
for the elderly. I basically do end-of-life care.
What kind of care?
I'd really like to be able to answer you, but I don't. I started seeing Dr. Dekker a few months ago. I thought it would be nice to have someone I could talk to about work. It can get a bit stressful sometimes.
Tell me about work. Do you like your work?
Yes, I love my job. I love my patients. Even the really crotchety ones, you know? Oh God, you should hear what comes out of their mouths. They're like my children in a way. That sounds weird, doesn't it? I work in a nursing home for the elderly.
End-of-life care. Let's talk about end of life.
The usual things. Making sure the patients are comfortable, making sure they're not in any pain, and I talk to them. I keep them company. Some of them get pretty frightened about what's coming. Well, those of them that aren't out of it on meds. I comfort them.
What kind of meds?
I don't like it when patients are heavily sedated, especially when there are alternatives, like herbal remedies. I mean, imagine if you only had a few days or weeks left to live. Would you want to spend it asleep?
Sleeping is nice.
I don't know anything about that.
You don't... Okay.
I started seeing Dr. Dekker a few months ago. I thought it would be nice to have someone I could talk to about work. It can get a bit stressful sometimes.
Why is work stressful? Yeah, I know.
It can be sad sometimes. I don't like losing a patient, but that's the job. I don't get stressed about it or anything.
What's the worst part of your job? No.
I don't like it when
She's
patients are
hard.
heavily sedated, especially when there are alternatives, like herbal remedies. I mean, imagine if you only had a few days.
Do you administer herbal remedies?
I'm a qualified herbalist. It's okay, you can laugh.
I will.
Most people think herbalism is a joke.
Yeah.
But I'd much rather help my patients sleep at night with valerian or passion flower than lorazepam, temazepam or zolpidem.
Okay. got 4 follow-ups here.
It can be sad sometimes.
Do you often get sad? Kind of thinking about the programming behind this game. How do they, like the word parsing, it's like an AI behind it. Does your job make you happy?
I don't know. I feel like I'm the weakest link or something. I started seeing Dr. Dekker a few months ago.
I'm about to ask her about the balls because I don't know what else to ask her.
It can get a bit stressful sometimes.
Tell me about your patients.
I feel really bad I can't answer your questions. I like animals. Let's talk about that.
You're useless. Do you scrub old man balls?
I'm really bad at this, aren't I? Ask me something else. I don't like it when patients are heavily sedated, especially when there are alternatives, like herbal remedies. I mean, imagine if you only had a few days or weeks left to live. Would you want to spend it asleep?
Sometimes sleep is better than being awake.
No, sorry, I don't know.
It's not a no. I might have to come back to her. She's kind of stonewalling me. I don't know where to go here. Get a hint. All right. I wouldn't want to sleep either.
No, sorry.
Century. I wouldn't like to sleep through it either.
I haven't really got anything to say about that. Maybe we should talk about you.
Okay, let's talk about me.
I don't know, sorry.
Alright, I'm just gonna select the question.
Exactly. I feel like it's almost criminal. Like you're robbing people of their last moments on Earth. You should be able to savor the experience, not sleep your way to death.
Are you really stressed? I need help. I need help. Help. Who are you? Didn't I already ask this?
I'm Elin. I'm 25 and I'm a nurse. God, I sound like I'm on one of those dating shows. I'm Elin. I'm 20.
Nurse. Do you love your nurse work? What kind of nurse? You mentioned dating.
I'm not really looking for love at the moment. I'm sort of married to my work, but in a good way.
That's healthy. Why savor death?
I'm not saying anyone should be happy about dying. I've seen lots of people die, and it's a special moment. There's literally nothing else like it.
Have you seen happy deaths?
I feel really bad. I can't answer.
You suck. I thought. got a note that Terry called. What? Tell me about Dekker.
I've known a lot of doctors over the years. Most of them arrogant idiots who think nurses are just there to do their bidding, or worse. Dr. Dekker was different. He had a lot of time for me. He was interested in my problems.
What are your problems exactly?
I've known a lot of doctors over the years. Most of them arrogant idiots who think nurses are just there to do their bidding, or worse. Dr. Dekker was different.
Oh, how was he different?
He had a lot of time.
How was Dekker different?
He was a bit offbeat, but yeah, I liked him. But then I like most people.
Okay.
I'm Elin. I'm 25 and I'm a nurse. God, I sound like I'm on one of those dating shows.
She's like a typical government worker, barely answer anything and offer no help at all. They only tell you what you ask.
It's not the job that stresses me. It's the people I work with, the other nurses. They're mean to me.
Uh-oh. How are they mean to you?
They call me the angel of death because so many patients have died on my shift. I don't think they mean it. Obviously, it's not my fault. It just seems to happen that way.
Are you sure they're joking?
I'd really like to be able to answer you.
How many have died? I'll just click it.
3 last month. 3 the month before that, I think. But only 1 so far this month, so that's good. Although one of my patients, Hilda, I don't think she's got long.
It doesn't sound like it's her fault, really. Why doesn't... Tell me about Hilda.
She's one of the crotchety ones. Always swearing and spitting at me. Never got anything nice to say. Thinks we're going to smother her in her sleep or something.
Oh my.
She doesn't bother me though. I'm Elin. I'm 25 and I'm a nurse. God, I sound like I'm on one of those dating shows.
Say goodnight, Grandma. Sweet dreams are made of me.
Death is frightening, isn't it? Isn't it what everyone's afraid of? The great unknown. No one should have to face that alone.
Everyone faces it alone.
Death is frightening, isn't it? Isn't it what everyone's afraid of? The great unknown. No one should have to face that alone.
Everybody faces death alone.
No, sorry.
Fuck you. Fuck who? I don't know why this other question is on here. I've got a note that Terry called. I don't have a note. I do not have any note. I'm gonna go on. Mariana. Where's Puggles? This is his girl, I bet. Who are you?
I'm Mariana. Are you feeling okay?
Tell me about yourself. Are you feeling okay?
No.
No, I don't know about that.
Oh.
I'm Mariana. Are you feeling okay?
Cray. Mariana's Trench. Dear Lord. Tell me about Dekker. Cray, thanks for the bits. 100 fatties. Just for me.
Dr. Dekker was fine. He had good relationships with his patients as far as I know. I'm not sure why anyone would want him dead.
Did you have a relationship with Dekker?
I've been a patient here for
3
months. Today is my patient birthday. Do I get a cake or something?
Would you like one?
I'm Mariana. Are you feeling okay?
What do you do?
I work for myself. I make bracelets from things I find on the beach and sell them online. I spend a lot of time at the beach.
I guess you'd
It's
have
way
to.
more relaxing than anywhere else. You should come with me one day. I can show you all the sights.
Okay. Tell me about the beach.
It's early days. The business isn't doing that great, but I really enjoy my job, if that helps. You can make a lot of money or you can have a lot of fun, but you can't usually do both. I've been a patient.
Do you like cake or pie?
I have no idea about that.
Okay.
I'm
feeling okay.
That doesn't really mean anything to me.
I just said that I'm feeling okay.
That's what Dr. Dekker would say.
Okay. Do you know anything about the murder?
Well, that's why you're here, isn't it? You've replaced him. He was a good listener. I hope you are.
What did you tell Dekker? Why are you here?
I think you're supposed to tell me what's wrong with me. Isn't that how it works? The police keep picking me up for public nudity.
Oh. Well, fancy that. Tell me about the nudity.
I black out. And then the next thing I remember, I'm naked on the beach, like I've been washed up on shore. Nobody's pressed charges yet, but I can feel it. The police are getting suspicious.
Okay. Oh, these are notes. Okay. Here we go. I didn't know these were here. I'm gonna go back to Elin real quick.
Terry's one of the other nurses at the home. I don't think she likes me very much.
Why doesn't Terry like you? Oh. What do you know about the murder?
I think it's terrible what happened to him. So awful. No one deserves to die like that.
How did he die?
No, sorry, I don't know.
happened back here? Oh, that's how you can do it like that too.
I'd been seeing him for about 9 months, I think.
It's a peculiar amount of time. Oh, hint cooldown. Perhaps I should ask someone else a question. Let's go back to Bryce. Does it say anything for him? Do you like chess?
I like chess. I still play sometimes when I can find an opponent. There's nothing more satisfying than planning scores of moves in advance and then watching things unfold as you saw them. I shouldn't have told anyone about the Queen. I do like to be in control, but then I suppose most people do. Nobody wants life to carry them along helplessly. Everyone wants to kick against it and make their own way. Do you like to be in control, Doctor?
I like being in control. Bryce.
I don't know.
What? Yes, I like to be in control.
If you like being in control, you'll have a tough time here. I saw it with Dr. Dekker. Such control, such stability. But he unraveled at the end.
How did he unravel?
He couldn't keep control of everything, of everyone. He just set us up like dominoes, but we all toppled in unexpected ways. You'll find it all out in time, Doctor.
Oh.
Just not today. Can't have your head exploding, can we?
Creep. How did you topple?
No, sorry.
Oh, so this dot turns yellow. I found the key points. Claire I have not. Elin I have. Hint. Oh yeah, I never asked her about Dekker. Jeez.
The most shocking thing about Dr. Dekker's death is that he didn't bring it upon himself. But then I hadn't known him for a very long time. Perhaps I was wrong about him. Sorry.
Okay, she's yellow now, so... Oh, here we go. Why aren't you in prison? Oh yeah, she said she was surprised he didn't do it himself.
Dr. Dekker just had that look about him.
Suicide.
You know what they say about us crazies. Takes one to know one.
Okay. Why do the police think you're dangerous?
I assume they think I'm dangerous because I stabbed my husband.
Fair.
I suppose after what I did, there are people that might think I belonged in prison. What do you think, Doctor? Can I be saved with therapy, or should I be locked up like a dangerous criminal?
I haven't decided yet. I'm not going to answer that. Alright. The nudist.
I black out.
Oh, blackouts. Do you remember anything from the blackout? Even though blackouts by definition means you cannot remember anything.
That's a bit confusing. One at a time, maybe?
What? Tell me about the blackouts.
I do suffer from blackouts, which is strange, as I can hold my breath for a really long time. But I'm not swimming before I black out. Dr. Dekker thought it was anxiety originally. Then he worked it out.
What did he work out?
He eventually decided it wasn't anxiety, but I'm I'm not going to tell you his final diagnosis. We should have a fresh start. I don't want you influenced by the prognosis.
You, ma'am, are a danger. I have locked up Bryce Death Angel. I have locked up Bryce Death Angel and on the fence, but definitely don't trust the sweater lady. Oh, Claire, yeah. What about this Mariana chick here? She's kind of nutso too.
Well, that's why you're here, isn't it? You've replaced him. He was a good listener. I hope you are.
How is he a good listener?
Dr. Dekker could really get inside you. It was, unsettling. But you let him do it. Part of the process, I guess.
This is against my better judgment. Inside you?
I don't know.
Well, if you don't know, then who does?
He eventually decided it wasn't anxiety, but I'm not going to tell you his final diagnosis. We should have a fresh start. I don't want you influenced by the prognosis. He eventually decided it wasn't anxiety, but I'm not going to tell you his final diagnosis. We should have a fresh start. I don't want you influenced by the prognosis.
Tell me the prognosis.
I want to stop having the blackouts. I want to stop waking up at the beach. I want to remember those entire evenings. Can you suggest anything that might help?
Do you remember anything during sustain any injuries? Have you been at the beach with anybody? Who is with you at the beach? Does somebody watch you at the beach?
Will you do it for me? Will you watch me to see what happens?
Yes, I'll watch.
So, it's a date then?
All right.
I'll let you know when.
There we go. Have you been injured during a blackout?
No, nothing like that. I usually wake up on my side like I've been sleeping. Sometimes I'm partially covered by seaweed.
So that could be like the tide, though. Seaweed?
I don't know about that.
I'll watch for free, willing to help. Alright, what is worth investigating still? Prognosis.
I want to stop having the blackouts. I want to stop waking up at the beach. I want to remember those entire evenings. Can you suggest anything that might help?
Maybe stop going to the beach?
I love the beach. Until somebody tells me it's going to kill me, I'll keep going. Have you ever been addicted to something, Doctor?
Everything. I'm one of those addictive personalities.
I don't have an answer for that.
Okay. Let's film a blackout.
I film myself doing, lots of things. But it's not so easy to do when you're blacked out. I do suffer from blackouts, which is strange as I can hold my breath for a really long time. But I'm not swimming
Yes,
before I
Gray.
black out.
What?
Dr. Dekker thought it was anxiety originally. And
Anxiety.
he worked it out. Dr. Dekker thought I had generalized anxiety disorder. GAD, because of the blackouts. He thought I was breathing badly. Do you think I'm breathing badly?
No, you breathe quite well.
Nope. Don't know.
Okay.
Dr. Dekker thought I had generalized anxiety disorder.
Do you want to make a film with me?
Because of the blackouts. He thought I was breathing badly. Do you think I'm breathing badly?
You breathe fine.
That doesn't mean anything to me.
You breathe fine.
That's not really helping with my blood.
Do you want to make a film with me? Nope. Let me watch. Jesus. Your breathing seems normal. What the heck?
You can check my breathing if you want. Do you want me to lie down? Can you tell just by looking at me? I'm not worried about it, just if you are.
I don't know. Yes, lay down.
I'm not sure holding my breath too long is causing blackouts. I mean, it could, but I don't remember ever having a blackout when I'm holding my breath.
You don't remember? Okay, so... Wait, what? She doesn't have blackouts when she holds her breath? So, hold your breath.
That doesn't mean anything to me. I'm not sure holding my breath too long is causing blackouts. I mean, it could, but I don't remember ever having a blackout when I'm holding my breath.
So what's causing blackout?
I normally black out when I'm dancing. I like dancing. Do you like dancing?
Yes, I love dancing.
Cool. I dance to anything with a beat.
Great.
I normally black out when I'm dancing.
Dancing blackouts. Maybe you should stop dancing.
If that's what you want, I'll stop clubbing for a while. It's no biggie.
What else? I said that maybe dancing causes blackouts.
You think my dancing causes my blackouts?
You just said that.
No, I know it's the last thing I remember, but I don't think it's that. Sometimes I remember more, but I'm tired now. Is that it for today?
What else do you remember?
By blackout, I mean I don't really remember anything from the time I black out. I'm lucky to be alive, I guess. I don't know about that.
Where do you dance?
I dance a lot at nightclubs. I know most of the nightclubs around here. My favorite is the Pearl because they sell cheap vodka shots all night.
Do you drink too much vodka?
I don't drink.
What? Then why do you like the club?
That's not really...
Whoa. Oh, look at all these questions I never thought. Yes, you can have a cake. Yes, I've been addicted.
I thought so when I first saw you. We should get on great.
No, you don't get a cake. Why do you hold your breath so much?
I hold my breath when I'm swimming underwater. Most people do. Sometimes, if I'm really excited, I'll hold my breath accidentally, just for a few seconds. I don't know why.
Well, she's got a choker. Right up Pugs' alley, too. Is your hair wet after a blackout?
When I wake up, my hair is dry, but it's pretty hot at the moment. I get baked quickly by the sun. It's possible I've been in the sea during my blackout.
What else was in there? Do you ever find your clothes after you black out?
I never find my clothes. I don't know why I'm naked.
Fair enough. Why do people press charges?
I guess people see me and call the police. But someone will take offense eventually, and I'll be charged with indecent exposure.
Sure, have a cake.
That is so sweet. Thank you, Doctor.
Yeah, you're welcome. Pie's better, for the record. How does this all make you feel?
You're not listening.
What?
Like you're not listening.
What do you mean I'm not listening? Sudden change in tone? Are you flirting with me?
Wow. Let's get straight to it then. I'm not sure I feel comfortable speaking with you about that at the moment.
Oh, she's starting to get devilish. Tell me more about the club.
Nope. Don't know.
Fine. Pearl. Tell me about the Pearl.
The Pearl is great because the people are so relaxed. I think that's got a lot to do with the cheap vodka shots, or maybe it's just the black lighting. Who knows?
Alright, done with her, I guess. Nathan. Oh, this guy's a mess. Hello, Nathan.
I'm Nathan Peel. I'm a supermarket worker from, well, hell, really.
Hell? That's viable Wi-Fi. I don't think these people know each other, though. Tell me about Dekker.
Dr. Dekker was a complex man. I spent a lot of time with him, but he won't remember it that way.
Why wouldn't he remember it that way?
As far as Dr. Dekker was concerned, we had Monday, then moved on to Tuesday. But me, I had Monday 5, 10, 50 times before I got to Tuesday.
Well, that's unusual. Why so many Mondays?
I watched that Bill Murray film, Groundhog Day, to see if there's any clues. To see if there's any clues. That's how bad it's gotten. I'm looking for a cure in a Hollywood movie. Can you help me, Doctor?
I'll try. Yes, I can help.
I don't know how, but thank you, Doctor. This is our first time around, and I trust you.
And he's asleep. Do you know anything about Dekker's murder?
Dr. Dekker's murder was sudden, brutal. It's terrible. But Doctor, 2 weeks. 2 weeks I had of rolling days. No do-overs. No Monday, Monday, Monday. I wouldn't kill anyone, though. I'd have to keep doing it, wouldn't I? Few things seem to move me forward.
What moves you forward?
To move forward, I really have to see something that feels like it can't be rewound, like a death or some other tragedy. It's not enough to hear it or read it. I've got to see it. I suppose from that point of view, it looks like I'm in control of things.
What have you seen?
What? I don't know.
What tragedies have you seen?
Sorry, I've got nothing.
Tell me about the tragedies.
You asked me that yesterday. I didn't have an answer for you then either.
Yesterday? Oh yeah, why are you here?
It's like those montages you get
I
in
already
movies.
know why he's here though.
Time passes, you wake up, shave, if you feel like it, shower, get dressed. What's the point? You get this day over and over, nothing changes. Am I in purgatory, Doctor?
No, you are not in purgatory.
Because I'm stuck between this day and the next. Most of the time, anyway.
What did you see yesterday?
I don't have an answer to that question, as always.
I'm a shitty psychologist. Tragedy.
I didn't see the driver. It was my fault. I pulled out and the lorry just rammed me. Well, Hannah. She was sat next to me. I was in shock, obviously. And when I came to, she was so close to me. It was like she was trying to hug me. But it wasn't right. Not natural. Bits of metal pushing through her. That was 5 years ago.
What was her name? Lori?
It's like those montages you get in movies. Time passes, you wake up, shave, if you feel like it, shower, get dressed. What's the point? You get this day over and over, nothing changes. Am I in purgatory, Doctor?
Nothing changes. Things change.
I don't know anything about it.
Nothing?
I don't have anything to say.
Tragedy. What was her name?
I didn't see the driver. It was my fault. I pulled out and the lorry just rammed.
The lorry. Tell me about the lorry.
I've been shrunk for that already. If I had that day again, I wouldn't make the same mistake. Hannah would still be alive. We'd probably have a family by now. I haven't had any relationships since then.
Fault?
I was fine for quite a while after the accident. Well, being treated for depression. I thought I was cured. It was only recently after meeting Dr. Dekker that I had a strange deja vu. I'm exhausted. Doctor, is our time up?
No. We have many more things to discuss. Why was Dekker complex?
I saw the conflict that Dr. Dekker was going through. Let's just say you might look back on your life and think there's nothing you would have done differently. No 2 days were alike for him in the end. Like he couldn't decide what to do with himself. I saw the conflict that Dr. Dekker was...
Conflict. How was Dekker conflicted?
He was like a kid in a sweet shop. He had so many options, he didn't know what to do. I suppose if you take too long picking, all your options ran away.
What options did he have?
I can't answer that.
Well,
it's like those montages you get in movies. Time passes, you wake up, shave, if you feel like it, shower, get dressed. What's the point? You get this day over and over, nothing changes. Am I in purgatory, Doctor?
I was guessing the word nothing.
No, sorry.
Alright.
I didn't see the driver. It was my fault. I pulled out and the lorry just rammed me. Well, Hannah.
Hannah.
She was sat next to me.
Tell me about Hannah.
My fiancée. My childhood sweetheart. We met at secondary school. She was head girl, I was the quiet one. She liked computer games, so I instantly fell for her. I proposed in Goldshire. She said she didn't date elves, so I leveled up to a human necromancer and asked again. Sorry, it's Warcraft. We spent a lot of time on there.
There you go, Cray. Things do change.
I don't know.
Why does nothing change?
Sometimes it looks different. Sometimes the bird song will change, or the weather will be less bleak, or that person who nodded at you yesterday doesn't do it today. But it doesn't usually change. You need a tragic event for change, like a murder.
Well, alright, so this means I can go. You played Warcraft?
We played World of Warcraft a lot together. I guess it's not the cool thing to do anymore. But we had a lot of memories there. To be honest, it reminds me a lot of life now. The same thing over and over again. Bring me X bunnies to make a stew. Y badger teeth. Rinse, repeat. Maybe I'm just grinding life. I'm not really fit for work anymore. I work in produce at the local supermarket. That mainly involves lifting heavy crates of fruit and veg into place for people to buy, and doing that over and over again. My muscles don't seem to have grown much. I think that maybe I'm not aging. When the day resets, I just reset with it. I used to be a builder.
What did you build?
I used to be a builder, contractor. I had to quit. It's hard watching a house get built only to start all over again the next day.
Oh.
I needed something less obvious.
That sucks. Can you go back and save Hannah?
No, I can't move backwards any more than a day. I don't really seem to control it. It's generally always on. I have to try and change something to move forward.
Montages?
Most of my days a blur. I'm not sure if it's the sleeping tablets I'm on or just how I've learned to switch off.
Sleeping
I'm
tablets?
on temazepam. Dr. Dekker prescribed them for me. He thought I would sleep through to a whole new day. I didn't.
You're not aging?
I'm 57. Kidding. Just if you spent the whole day at the gym and then repeat that day and not go, you'd have achieved nothing.
I think we're done. Moving on. Continue. Yes, I'm sure.
Oh, Doctor, glad I caught you. I thought you might want to hear what Ben had to say. Quick catch up?
Oh, that's Jaya. Okay, Jaya? I'm not sure how to say her name. Why does no one wear shoes? I don't understand. Yeah, What did Ben say?
I'm not sure Ben will be coming in for a while. He's still pretty shook up about finding the body. I'm surprised it doesn't happen more often in the line of work he's in. Anyway, he said he found the body at exactly 20 minutes past 10. For some reason, the first thing he did was look at his watch. That's all he'd say before he'd shut down. The police weren't very talkative either. I'm not sure Ben will be coming.
What did he find at the body?
Yes, Ben found Dr. Dekker's body on Valentine's night in his office. In your office.
Thanks. What's this my notes say? I should ask the patients where they were that day.
Yes.
Valentine's night. On Valentine's night?
Yes, you know, the 14th of February, the day of love. Or remembering a massacre. Whichever's more you.
I know of that massacre.
I'm not sure Ben will be coming in for a while. He's still pretty shook up about finding the body. I'm surprised it doesn't happen more often in the line of work he's in. Anyway, he said he found the body at exactly 20 minutes past 10. For some reason, the first thing he did was look at his watch. That's all he'd say before he'd shut down. The police weren't very talkative either.
What does Ben do?
Sorry, didn't you know?
Wait, what?
Sorry, didn't you know? Ben's one of the night shift cleaners. I'm sure he's got some tales he could tell.
Oh. What tales would Ben tell? What did the police say?
The police wanted to know what I was doing Valentine's night, you know, when the body was found. I was at home, all on my lonesome. So I guess that makes me a suspect.
Certainly does. What were you doing at home on Valentine's Day, alone? Alone at home?
That's a good question. I just wish I knew the answer.
Oh.
The police wanted to know what I was doing Valentine's night, you know, when the body was found. I was at home, all on my...
Suspect. You're a suspect?
I think the police want you to make a short list of suspects, or maybe even find the killer. You're seeing all the patients that were on the books when he was killed. There was no forced entry, so they think it might be someone he knew, or someone who had access to the office. Yeah, like little old me. Do you think I'm a suspect, Doctor?
Yes, you're a suspect.
Oh, well, I wasn't expecting that. I suppose everyone's a suspect at the moment, even you. They did mention I needed grief counselling, though, and I said you'd sort me out. I know you didn't agree, but I thought I'd let you know. That's very kind of you.
Well, I'm a kind person. Any other suggestions? How well did you know Dr. Dekker?
I wouldn't say we were best friends, but we did spend a lot of time together. You know, there's only two of us that work here. I'm sure we'll become friends too, Doctor. Just try not to get murdered.
What a creep. Do you know how Dr. Dekker was killed?
I don't know exactly, but a stabbing of some kind. We'll be getting the autopsy through at some point. I'll let you know when.
Any clues?
I didn't see it myself, so I don't know. But I heard it was a bit of a mess with all the blood and everything. You know, they have people who clean up after such things, though, so you really can't tell, can you? But don't worry. That's a new chair.
Were there any clues? Oh, why is it a new chair? Well, duh. Why would anyone want to kill Dr. Dekker?
He was stabbed, so that's quite a personal thing to do. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if it was one of the patients who had a problem with the treatment they were getting.
Or the raise you didn't get? Do you have enemies?
I wasn't really in his social circle, so I don't know if he had any friends. In terms of enemies, I heard things get heated in his office sometimes, but I won't name any names.
Name names.
Susan, Annabelle, Melissa, there are some names. But they're not names of anyone I know.
You bitch.
I'm just surmising. If you're unhappy enough to kill your therapist, they're probably not doing a very good job.
Why is it a new chair? Because he died in the old one.
All I know is the police took his chair. Forensics, I suppose.
Alright. Ready to go, I think. One more hint. Why was Dekker working late?
I don't know what Dr. Dekker was doing here, and my services weren't required that evening. He'd often stay late though, so it wasn't that unusual.
Oh, I could get him to green. I found everything. Well, I'll be damned. I missed stuff the first day. Don't. Continue. Yes.
I'm having a loop day.
Great. Hello, Nathan. Where were you on Valentine's Day? I was gonna say, which one?
I'm not sure that's the answer I'm looking for.
What were you doing on Valentine's Day?
I'm not sure that's the answer I'm looking for.
Dude, just give me the answer. I know what he means by
It's a do-over day. You won't remember. What's the name of your assistant again? You didn't know that yesterday. Can you remember where I met Hannah?
Secondary school.
Well done, Doctor. Yeah, we met at secondary. Wouldn't it be funny if my day loops if you fail to get a question right? You didn't know that yesterday. Can you remember where I met Hannah? Well done, Doctor. Yeah, we met at secondary. Wouldn't it be funny if my day loops if you fail to get a question right?
Tell me about Jaya. Hint. He asked if it would be fun if we got stuck in this loop day. I should answer yes or no. No, that would not be funny.
I agree.
What?
You didn't know.
Is he still here? He's gone. He just left. Alright.
I'm having a loop day.
Oh my goodness. Loop?
It's a do-over day. You won't remember. What's the name of your assistant again? I suppose you did remember that yesterday. Can you remember where I met Hannah? Yeah, at secondary school. It's been fun, but I've got a pill.
Pill?
Dr. Dekker gave me this pill.
It's a sleeping tablet.
He told me if I took it, I'd never have another loot day. It's got a small skull and crossbones on it.
Oh, come on.
Should I take the tablet, Doctor?
No, don't take it.
I'm not sure that's the answer I'm looking for.
Don't take the pill. No, do not take the pill.
You're cool. I don't think this is getting us anywhere, though. I'll see you tomorrow. Again. I'm having a loot day.
Oh, God.
It's a do-over day.
I know what the days are.
It's a do-over day.
Name of your assistant is Jaya.
Well done. Can you remember where I met Hannah?
Oh,
yeah, great. Is there anything you can say that's going to break this loop for me?
Valentine's Day.
I'm not sure that's the answer I'm looking
for. Yeah, you might have to
No,
play Warcraft.
I don't play that game anymore.
Well, that's how you... Okay, tell me about the pill.
I never mentioned a pill this time, or a tablet. What the hell is going on here? Are you reliving my days?
This guy's so weird. I am not reliving your days.
Something somewhere has changed since you arrived. Like some kind of sim theory.
This guy.
Something somewhere has changed since you arrived.
Sim theory. What is sim theory?
It's a thing. Some professor believes we could be living inside a computer simulation and someone is controlling us. And there are millions of these sims. And someone somewhere behind a keyboard is just causing havoc. I'm starting to think you have that keyboard, Doctor. Wait, don't answer that. I don't want to know.
No, come back. No. No. No.
At midnight each day.
On Valentine's night.
Time as you know it freezes.
20 minutes past 10.
Keep up, Doctor.
Thinks we're going to smother her in her sleep.
I'm a grave digger, Doctor.
I was at home.
David is my husband.
All on my lonesome.
Stabbed him with a steak knife.
Nothing changes.
I'm a qualified angel of death.
When I'm dancing.
You get this day over and over.
Hilda.
I black out.
I don't think she's got long.
And Laurie just...
Naked on the beach.
Hannah.
Is that it for today?
Interesting. Alright, I think we'll get through Act 2 and then we'll stop for the night.
Deja vu. Are you sitting in exactly the same place I left you last night? Oh, that's where it all starts, Doctor. Anyway, do you think you can fit me in today? Looking at the diary, it's just the usual suspects, and you must be getting sick of them already. I've got this for you, too. It's some more footage from Professor Alderby that was hiding away. Well, come find me if you need anything.
Okay. Oh, new people. Lacey and Jasmine. Let's see who Lacey is. Oh no. A meth head. Hello, Lacey.
Just one question at a time, please.
Hello.
I'm Lacey Hendricks. So you don't know about me then?
Who are you? No, I don't know about you.
Where to start? My next door neighbour in Jobson Hill, where I live, she was murdered. 80 and they diversion burgled her. But she was wise to it and started calling the police. They slit her throat with a bread knife. So I started a neighborhood watch.
That's a good idea. Tell me about the watch, neighborhood watch.
It was me and Agnes. Everyone else thought we were overreacting. If they want their throats cut, that's up to them, living in their bubbles. But Agnes... Poor Agnes.
Clues. Oh, the footage.
Nothing, of course. The faculty thinks I've gone loopy, like some kind of spongy Mobius strip. That's why I'm here, isn't it, Dr. Dekker? Him, God, the great old one, the elder god, Cthulhu, however you address him. Listen to me! You're not listening! It's your only bloody job! Well, let's call him God. He creates this world for his amusement, something he can play with and occasionally alter to suit his mood. God loves chaos, but something goes wrong. Man and woman evolve. What was once chaotic becomes, well, more ordered. Without chaos, he has less power. When there's too much order, he becomes impotent. So he needs to instill chaos again. And do you know how he does this? No. And yes, but you're being too granular. He needs chaos so he can return, and the only thing stopping him is you. Not just you. You and people like you. Psychiatrists, doctors, nurses. Anyone who is caring for people who are losing their sanity. You have no comprehension how important your job is, do you? He doesn't need your version of insanity to spread. He needs chaos. It's not the same. It's just a means to an end. They're not all cultists, unfortunately. Once you see the truth, it's hard not to spread chaos yourself, to cause further insanity and harm your own. I doubt it. But can I make you question your reality? Definitely. But in doing so, I would be promoting more chaos. On the basis the central component of our universe is chaos, science can only document a perception of the chaos at any one given moment in time. As, by definition, chaos is unpredictable from one moment to the next. Which means that at any given moment, we can choose to alter our perception of the world, no matter how much chaos that would cause. In 10 seconds' time, there will be no gravity in this room, and we will float. 3, 2, 1. You think nothing happened. Where's your glass, Doctor?
What? Video's over. Do I need to push a button? Okay. What were you doing on Valentine's night?
I was at Henley Church. They had a service that ran right up till midnight. For us less fortunates without a love in their life. Well, now. Do you have someone, Doctor? Do you have a love in your life?
No, I do not have a love in my life.
Garden club. You should come with me one night.
Oh no.
It's a lovely way to meet new people.
No, me and Mariana are we're gonna go film her blackout on the beach. I got plans. Let's see. talk to someone else. Jasmine. Who's Jasmine? Show me Jasmine. Okay. Maybe she likes to go to the beach too. Hello.
I'm Jasmine. I don't come in that often. What happened to Dr. Dekker?
Dr. Dekker was murdered.
Oh. When? How? Sorry, you probably don't know, do you?
I do. He was stabbed on Valentine's night.
You've confused me a bit.
I did. That's a bit much, wasn't it? I do know how he was murdered. Yes, I do know.
I really don't know. Sorry.
What were you doing on Valentine's Day?
We had a display in the gallery based on Love Conquers All, so I had to work. Mainly it was a collection of giant hearts sat on things, but I ran into another patient, Bryce. I'd never really spoken with him before, but he's quite an art critic. I couldn't get rid of him until I finished work at 11. There's actually another guy takes over on the night shift. I'm not sure if he kept talking to Bryce though. Providence is open 24 hours. Oh. When? How? Sorry, you probably don't know, do you?
I should tell Jasmine that Dekker was stabbed. Oh, I tried to.
Ouch. I didn't really know him that well. I'm trying to remember what I was doing on Valentine's Day now.
You just told me.
We had a display in the gallery.
Tell me about Bryce.
There's not much to tell. I knew he was a patient here. I'd seen him in the waiting room a couple of times. He likes art and talking and looking down here instead of up here.
Oh, Bryce. You devil, you. Wonder what her problem is. Oh, why are you here?
When you see a painting, it stands still. When I see one, it's moving. Like a mini film. Like little vines. But when there's a person in the painting.
Person?
They watch me. Normally disapprovingly.
Why do they disapprove?
Because they don't think I know how to appreciate art. Because I'm too young.
Young?
I don't really have anything to say. Because they don't think.
Do you not appreciate art?
Yes, of course. Otherwise I wouldn't be working in an art gallery. I love art. I love paintings. Like I said, they move for me.
Alright then.
When you see a painting, it stands still. When I see one, it's moving. Like a mini film. Like little vines.
What's up, Insane?
But
yeah, I
when
saw,
there's a person in the
I think you're the only friend I have on Steam that owns this. Have you played it? How do the paintings move?
When I want them to, normally. When I want to really get inside what's going on. But some paintings, I can't stop.
These are the kind of games that I cannot put down until I'm done with them. Did you ever play Her Story? That was a good game. Kind of like this. More eccentric, though. That was really good, though. Jessica. Oh, you watch, oh, so the, co-optional people. Rest in peace, Total Biscuit.
When I want them to, normally. When I want to really get inside what's going on. But some paintings, I can't stop.
Why can't you stop?
I've been working on portraits, at home, outside work. But my paintings aren't so good. Nowhere near Providence standard. I painted a man, Dorian. You know, after Dorian Gray.
Who? Dorian Gray?
I wanted to try and capture someone aging, so I divided the face into thirds and painted a boy, his father, and his grandfather in each third. It was hideous. And it started talking to me.
Oh dear. What did it say?
That I'm ugly. That I have no talent. Nothing will become me. Is that true, Doctor?
Insane. Thank you for the resub. I get your rotating prime this month. Yay. Thank you. So I missed what she just said. Something about the painting saying she was ugly.
That I'm ugly. That I have no talent. Nothing will become of me. Is that true, Doctor?
No, that's not true.
I hear it so many times with that wretched painting. It's in my head. But thank you.
I was just going to ask you something insane, but I just forgot. Darn it. Oh, yeah. I was going to say, I wasn't going to ask. I was going to say, Jesse said on the co-optional podcast that his Twitch channel is like a lifetime sub. So once you subscribe to it, you get all the emotes and whatever. I haven't even checked his emotes because he actually, I should check and see if I have notifications turned on for him because I subbed to him or followed him, but then I never get any emails or anything about it. So I'll have to follow up on that. I've never watched his stream before, and Dodger's stream is kind of just her drinking coffee a lot, so I don't really like her stream all that much, so I might unfollow. Oh, there they are. Those are all his emotes. Nice. A third. Yeah, when you get a lifetime subscription like that, I'm sure people just do it for the building emotes, you know. Used to watch TV stuff and Dodgers separately before I knew they did any collabs. I don't even like, I never would have found Dodger if not for the podcast. TV never, well, I liked some of his, I liked a lot of the games that, like his little indie games that he'd recommend on like the WTF is stuff. Like I have West of Loathing on my list, on my wish list. I want to buy that, and a bunch of little games that he would recommend that I'd keep an eye out for sales on. Look at those emotes. Good lord. I wouldn't even know how to, like, when to use any of those. Silly. Let's see.
I hear it so many times with that wretched painting. It's in my head. But thank you.
What else is in your head?
Thank you, Doctor. I'll think about that. And the prescription, please?
Prescription?
I don't know.
What prescription? Am I spelling that right? Some streams you don't even type, just use emotes.
Nope.
What? Notes should ask. How did you feel about Dekker?
He was shy,
Drugs,
and then
yeah.
less so. When I told him about my problem, he told me to set fire to it.
Drugs?
I don't really know what you mean.
Do you use drugs?
Who told you to ask that? I honestly don't know.
Insane told me to ask that too. Give me a hint. Oh, set fire to the painting.
Yeah, he could have been more specific. I tried to set fire to Providence.
Oh my.
At that time, I thought the only way to fix my problem was to set fire to the entire art gallery. Several paintings didn't make it. Luckily, my boss didn't press charges. The police did arrest me, though.
Yeah, word parsers are weird. It felt really good in the beginning, but since then it's been getting a little weird. Let's see.
Yeah, he could have been more specific. I tried to set fire to Providence. At that time, I thought the only way to fix my problem was to set fire to the entire art gallery. Several paintings didn't make it. Luckily, my boss didn't press charges.
Your boss, okay.
The police did arrest me, though.
Tell me about your boss.
My boss, Petra, she's just lovely like that. Providence has gone through some tough times, and I've only been there a year. She invested her life savings, and it's still not making any money. Such a sweet lady. You'd do anything for her.
Life savings?
No. Why are you saying that? I don't even know if Petra has insurance.
Dorian painting? Ooh. Did it burn?
I already ripped up the painting. It screamed as I cut it. And now whenever I close my eyes, I can see it, hear it. I need the tablets, Doctor. I need them.
Good Lord. What tablets?
The temazepam, the sleeping tablets. The ones you gave me last time.
Me? I didn't give them last time.
Dr. Dekker gave them to me. They helped. I know it's in my head. I know paintings can't talk. What's wrong with me, Doctor? Why do I do this?
Was Cray here? Cray, yeah, he was here. He's still showing in the chat. I see his name. He might be lurking, though. He said he got home from work early. I don't know. Cray, are you here? People are asking about you.
My boss, Petra. She's just lovely like that. Providence has gone through some tough times, and I've only been there a year. She invested her life savings, and it's still not making any money. Such a sweet lady. You'd do
anything for her?
Dr. Dekker told me to burn it. It was nothing to do with Petra.
Okay, so Jasmine's exhausted. She's green now, so I can move back to Lacey. Talk to her a little bit. Tell me about the neighborhood.
It was
watch.
me and Agnes.
Oh, Agnes. Tell me about Agnes.
She went missing, and still is. And that's what people think. But it's not the truth.
What is the truth?
It killed them. It looks normal enough. A smartly dressed, door-to-door saleswoman. I know because I heard my other neighbours shout at her. No Jehovah's! They think anyone knocking is a Jehovah. But she said she was selling double glazing. It killed them. It looks normal enough. A smartly dressed, door-to-door saleswoman.
It?
I know because I heard my other neighbours shout at her. No Jehovah's! They think anyone knocking is a Jehovah. But she said she was selling double glazing.
What is double glazing?
I don't know. I didn't answer the door. It's not to nowadays. But I watched her go to Agnes's. Poor Agnes. She let her right into her house.
What did you see?
I suppose I could tell you, but I don't have all the gossip.
What?
I don't know. I didn't answer the door. It's not to nowadays. But I watched her go to Agnes's. Poor Agnes. She let her right into her house.
She went into her house?
Have you been listening to me? Ask me something about my problem.
No, more Agnes. Agnes's house. She let her into the house?
I could only see the silhouette. It turned from a person into a, well, it looked like, I guess you'd call it a Medusa. Snakes for her face. And Agnes just fell to the floor. A few minutes later, the woman left, smiling like the cat that got the cream. That was the end of Agnes.
Alright. Medusa?
I saw it with my own eyes. What more proof do I need? You're starting to sound like Dr. Dekker. He didn't believe me either.
Oh.
I didn't have much luck with him, like I said. He didn't believe me. He thought I was having a hallucination caused by the stress of my neighbour being so brutally murdered. Where is Agnes, though? I haven't found her, have they? Have they?
I don't know. She's your friend. Movie length. Oh, they're just for, okay. It's just progress achievements.
I didn't have much luck with him, like I said. He didn't believe me. He thought I was having a hallucination caused by the stress of my neighbour being so brutally murdered. Where is Agnes, though? I haven't found her, have they? Have they?
Find Agnes. Give me a hint. No. Yes. Did they? I don't know if they found Agnes or not. The shit. How am I supposed to know? Yes, they found Agnes.
What? That can't be possible. Is that true? Why don't I know about it then? When was this then?
Uh-oh.
Is she alive? Her useless husband is?
Oh, this is not good.
Don't know much about him.
Why is the husband useless?
Other than the fact that he looks at me like I'm 6 foot under every time we meet.
Well, yeah.
He doesn't seem too bothered she's gone missing either. He did at first, when the police were crawling around. But now they've gone, that stopped. If I hadn't seen that thing eat her, I'd...
Oh boy. You're a loon. Do you suspect the husband?
No. He's a Weasley little man. He spends far too much time in his garden. It's probably like the National Trust back there. The constant digging and building, pruning and sawing.
Not that she's bitter or anything.
No. He's a Weasley little man. He spends far too much time in his garden. It's probably like the National Trust back there.
He's digging.
What a thing to say! Why would you say that? I kept watching the front door after that saleswoman had left and nothing. She didn't leave, and you can't get out the back since the council sold the garage block. Ron's a gardener, not a killer. Unless...
No worries, insane. Unless what?
Agnes said Ron was laying the foundations for a new greenhouse. You don't think... I'm not really sure about that.
Did he bury her?
Sorry, I've not heard anything about that.
Hint. Agnes in the foundations?
I need to call the police. I need to call them now.
I just told you they found her, though.
But they won't listen to me. I tried to tell them about the monster, but they didn't believe me. They won't believe me about this, I promise you. Please, could you call them, Doctor?
Yes, I'll call them.
Thank you, Doctor. Now give me a pen and I'll write down the details for you. Don't you want to know why Dr. Dekker called me the leech lady?
Why are you the leech lady?
He said that I leech thoughts from people. Suck 'em right out of their heads. And I can put thoughts in there too. I'm not that clever though, am I, Doctor? I mean, it's not as if I was having an affair with Ron and Agnes was in the way and needed to disappear. So I made this story up. I mean, what do you think I do for a living anyway?
You are strange. What do you do for a living?
No, I can't really answer that.
What do you do? Who's your daddy?
Don't know.
Lie. Tell me. Hint. Do you sell double glazing?
Doctor, you're so good. We're going to get on just fine.
You are a creepy woman. Alright, back to Bryce. Hello.
There's something I want to tell you about.
Okay.
It's something else that's wrong with me.
Oh dear.
I think I've been getting a bit out of control in my hour.
What have you done?
Nope. I've got nothing.
You lost control?
I have no idea what you want me to say.
Extra hour?
When I first got the hour, I was shocked, obviously. It took me a while to work out that everyone was frozen and only I could move.
Who's Ron Weasley?
Because I live on my own. What would you do, Doctor, if you had an hour where everyone was frozen? Go to a fairground?
Oh, I don't know. I don't want to answer that question. It's a loaded question. What would I do? I'd get into trouble.
I don't have anything to say to that. I dug the grave for Dr. Dekker. I helped carry his coffin to the burial site. Do you know what? it didn't weigh enough to have a body in it.
Well,
Why do you
you
think
lie.
that is?
You're getting stronger.
Sorry, Doctor, I dozed off there.
Fucking liar. Bryce asked what I would do if I had an extra hour. Maybe I should suggest things he might have done to gain his trust. Maybe I should suggest things he might have done. I might spy on someone.
Well, that makes me feel a little better. There's a young mother, divorced, who lives opposite me. Jessica. She's friendly and says hello to me, smiles. I've always wondered what she looks like naked. So one hour, I broke into her house. She was standing in her bedroom. I took it as a sign. I took off her clothes and...
And you did what?
I don't know.
What did you do, Bryce?
I don't really know about that.
Did you rape her?
Not something I know about.
Okay, that's good.
I did think, what good could I do, other than catch up with work? I did see a woman who was having her purse snatched, so I gave her purse back, and the crook, I placed him on a bus a few blocks away. I have no idea where it was going. She'd never really be able to thank me, so I took another picture.
You took a picture? I've never seen or read Harry Potter. I don't know anything about that universe.
No, sorry.
Took a picture?
Nope, I've got nothing.
I'm just gonna say picture.
Not something I know about.
Oh, you little bastard.
Well, that makes me feel a little better. There's a young mother, divorced, who lives opposite me. Jessica. She's friendly and says hello to me, smiles. I've always wondered what she looks like naked. So one hour, I broke into her house. She was standing in her bedroom. I took it as a sign. I took off her clothes and...
What did you do to Jessica?
I took photos of Jessica when she was naked. When I'd stripped her. When she was naked and frozen. I didn't want to have to do it again, to strip her again. So I took pictures to remind myself what she looked like. That's wrong, isn't it, Doctor?
Yeah, it's wrong. Yes, that's wrong.
I know. It's that bloody Dr. Dekker. He made me this way. It's all his fault.
What do you mean? Why is it his fault?
Like I said, I originally presented with depression, and everything was going well for a while. Then Dr. Dekker changed.
How did Dekker change?
He was easily distracted during sessions, like he wasn't listening. I'm pretty sure he wasn't listening half the time. I don't think he wanted to know about his patients anymore. But when he did give you advice...
What kind of advice?
He told me to use my imagination, to make something up, to think something crazy, and it would become real. He told me to think of a way to get more time. So I did. But he pushed me. He made me think it.
Made you think what?
He told me to use my imagination. I dug the grave for Dr. Dekker. I helped carry his coffin to the burial site.
Empty coffin?
No, the coffin wasn't empty. There was something in it. A decoy, I'd imagine. When I first got the hour, I was shocked, obviously. It took me a while to work out that everyone was frozen and only I could move, because I live on my own. What would you do, Doctor, if you had an hour where everyone was frozen? Go to a fairground?
A fairground would be fun.
Ha! That was just an example, Doctor. I'm sure you can come up with more exciting things to do than that.
Nah. What kind of decoy in the coffin?
There's one too many questions here.
A decoy?
I'm guessing he was buried somewhere else, or cremated. Somebody somewhere didn't want his body going in the ground. Do you want to be cremated or buried, Doctor?
Cremated.
That's a good choice, Doctor. Less work for me.
Still need to get more out of Bryce. Extra hour. Give me a hint. Oh, Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day.
I spent most of Valentine's Day at the art gallery. Well, the evening part, anyway. They had a display with the theme, Love Conquers All. I didn't get most of the paintings, but they were well done.
I'd steal things.
Yes, I would steal too. And I have stolen. I ran out of milk, so I thought I'd go to the local all-night shop and get some more. I was absolutely intending to pay, but when I got there, everyone was frozen. I thought about leaving money on the counter, but that seemed weird. The cashier would wake and suddenly this money would have appeared from nowhere. But I've stolen bigger things.
What else have you stolen? Bigger things?
From stealing milk, I moved on to petrol. From petrol, well, all those supermarkets have all kinds of electricals, so I've stolen quite a lot of that. I'm not proud. I think I've been doing it because I can. To prove to myself either way, my extra hour is actually real.
You seem preoccupied.
Sometimes I see a girl standing behind you. I don't know who it is. I don't know what you're asking me either.
What I'm asking you?
Possibly a relative of yours. Possibly a patient that died here. I'm not sure. She doesn't normally say anything.
Does she ever talk?
I have no idea what you want. Because you have to hope, don't you, Doctor? It's only the power of hindsight that made me realize how toxic it all was. And after a point, you go too far to be able to come back anyway.
I think he feels guilty about something he's done. Alright, I'm gonna move on. This crazy bitch. Hello, Claire.
It's the anniversary of my parents' death today.
Ugh, weirdo.
I went to the lake house. I always go to the lake house anyway, but it's also where they died.
How did they die?
I don't know.
Parents.
Sorry. It's the anniversary of my parents' death today.
Parents' death, that's what it wants to hear.
They died of carbon monoxide poisoning. I was staying at a friend's house. Otherwise, I would have died too. I stood for a while, looking across the water. It's peaceful there. It's the place that makes me feel the most. There was a girl there, by the lake, only about 9 or 10. She was fishing, if you can call it that, with one of those nets on a stick.
Fishing?
She lives on the other side of the lake. She must be new. I haven't seen her there before. I stood for a while, looking across the water. It's peaceful there. It's the place that makes me feel the most. There was a girl there, by the lake, only about 9 or 10. She was fishing, if you can call it that, with one of those nets on a stick.
Tell me about the girl.
I don't know why I talked to her. She looked sad. I don't usually talk to children, but she seemed different, special. I'm allowed to talk to her, aren't I, Doctor?
Yes, you're allowed to talk to her.
Good. It felt nice. I felt like I was being nice. I felt human. So I can find her and talk to her again, Doctor.
Sure.
I don't know why I talked to her. She looked sad.
Why was she sad?
David had been hunting again, and, well, she's seen some of the skins he hung around the lake house.
What skins?
Animal skins. David hunts, then skins. It's horrible, really. He's not really good at either job, so the skins still have great lumps of bloody carcass hanging off them. I'm sure he'll get better with practice. David had been hunting again, and...
Oh, he's hunting.
David wasn't there. Or at least I didn't see him. I didn't go inside. I forgot my key, and the spare was missing.
Spare key? Oops.
I'm sure I had a spare key for the lake house, but I can't find it anywhere. I don't really need one if David is around. Good. It felt nice. I felt like I was being nice. I felt human. So I can find her and talk to her again, Doctor.
Doctor? Yes, you can find her again.
Then I will. I'll look for her next time I'm there.
Be nice to her. Crazy bat. Where were you on Valentine's Day?
The day Dr. Dekker was killed. I had a session with him in the morning at my usual time, 11 o'clock. That was the last time I saw him.
What did you talk about?
Are you bored?
Nah.
The day Dr. Dekker was killed. I had a session with him in the morning at my usual time, 11 o'clock. That was the last time I saw him.
Tell me about the last time you saw him.
Dr. Dekker made me an offer that I couldn't refuse. I'll be taking it to the grave with me, though. As did he.
To the grave.
I see what you're trying to do, but I really don't know anything about that.
Oh.
Dr. Dekker made me an offer that I couldn't refuse. I'll be taking it to the grave with me, though. As did he.
Offer.
Dr. Dekker was more animated that day. Excited, even. He talked a lot.
What did he say?
Sorry, I don't know anything about...
What did Dekker say?
There's very little I'm not willing to talk about, Doctor. But I'm afraid I don't know anything about that. I don't know why I talked to him.
Hint. But she was Valentine's night. I already asked this.
Valentine's Day night, I was
right.
at the lake house, watching David, like I always do.
Why were you watching David?
He has trouble with his mental faculties and is getting worse. Yes. I watch him and make sure nothing bad happens.
Like being stabbed with a steak knife? Why was the girl special?
I don't know. I suppose she just reminded me of me. I spent a lot of time alone as a child. She said she was trying to catch some strange creatures that she's seen in the water.
Tell me about the creature.
I don't know. Minnows, probably. Everything's strange when you're a child.
When did your parents die?
It was 12 years ago. I was still very young. Too young to be an orphan, anyway. I had to toughen up quickly.
How'd you meet David?
Matt isn't the right word. David has always been there, in the shadows, on the periphery. I move in very exclusive circles. You tend to see the same faces.
Registrar? Which friend were you staying with?
I don't remember my friend's name. She was a girl from my school. Vicky? Charlotte? It's not really important.
Exclusive circles?
I don't move in any circles anymore. Those people were my parents' friends, not mine.
Did you love David?
Love? Yes. I suppose I always will.
Have you destroyed anything, Bryce?
Yes, I suppose I've destroyed a few things whilst in the hour. You can be the perfect supervillain. Nobody knows it was you. That wretched dig goes on 24/7. 25/7, if you ask me. Your patient, Nathan, caused quite a stir. He interrupted one of the female students all night, apparently. Made her miscategorize some findings, going on about his dead girlfriend. It's amazing what you hear at the coffee machine. Well, I suppose that's a bonus. We're allowed to use their coffee machine while they're there.
Well, life is good then. Where are the photos of Jessica?
I can't delete them. I don't know why. I haven't shown them to anyone else. Do you want to see them, Doctor?
Yeah, let's do that.
If you want to see those photos, you're as sick as I am.
Send nudes. Oh my word. Alright, we'll talk to Ellen. I still don't... Oh, wait, I have a note. Bryce says Nathan was with a female student all Valentine's night. Is Nathan the, Yeah, that's the guy who is the loop guy. Nathan. Who was Nathan with?
I'm a bit of a professional at this grave-filling business, Doctor. I know a decoy coffin when I handle one.
Alright, let's talk to her. This chick is kind of nutso. Hello.
I haven't had a great day, to be honest. Someone accused me of stealing from my patients, which I would never do. Plus, Hilda's getting worse.
Oh no. Stealing?
I think we've got a bit off track. Maybe you should check your notes.
How is Hilda?
Hilda's the one I mentioned in our last session. She's dying. I can tell. I need to see her before it's too late.
How can you tell? Hilda is dying.
I can sense it, you know? It's like when you're outside and there's a sudden change in the light or the air feels different and you know it's going to rain. It's like that. I always know when one of my patients is fading, even before the doctors know. Their energy changes. It sounds silly when I put it into words. I sound like my mum.
Thinking I had an extra hour at the end of each day did become real for me, Doctor. Maybe Dekker was a genie, and he could grant wishes. Maybe he wished himself dead. I don't know.
Turn green, Bryce. Valentine's Day.
Actually, I had a hot date. It wasn't anything serious, just some guy I know. But it was a nice date. Different to what I'm used to.
Why was it different?
I don't really have anything to tell you about that.
Tell me about the date.
I'm not sure about that. I don't know. Sorry.
Thinking I had an extra hour at the end.
No, that's not what I wanted.
Actually, I had a hot date. It wasn't anything serious, just some guy I know. But it was a nice date. Different to what I'm used to. It was very traditional, old-fashioned, you know? Dinner at a nice restaurant. Then we went for a little walk along the pier. Held hands, had a bit of a kiss. Then he called a cab and I went home, alone.
Who was the guy?
His name is Max. He's really sweet, but I don't see a future between us. He's not really my type.
What's your type?
I don't know. I feel like you're asking me questions about something
You are difficult.
It was very traditional, old-fashioned, you know? Dinner at a nice restaurant. Then we went for a little walk along the pier, held hands, had a bit of a kiss. Then he called a cab and I went home, alone. I think it was about 11 when I left Max. I'm sure you could check with the taxi company if you really wanted to, if you think I need an alibi.
Maybe Jaya should check Ellen's alibi with the taxi company. Maybe.
No. Sorry.
Would I murder?
I don't think you would, Doctor. I don't think I would either.
Hilda's the one I mentioned in our last session. She's dying. I can tell. I need to see her before it's too late.
Need to see her.
To help her finish her unfinished business. People who are dying always have things they wish they could do before they go. We leave a lot of loose ends in our lives. We're very messy that way.
Loose ends.
That's a good question. I don't know. I don't think I have any loose ends. I don't know what that says about me. To help her finish her
unfinished business.
Hilda wants to see her daughter. She's in Australia, so I'm going to have to use my talent.
What's your talent?
I can change my skin. What I look like. I can turn into a patient's loved one. I just hold their hand and ask them to imagine that the person they want to see is sitting right here next to them, and I become them. It's how I help them move on. That's how I comfort them.
Oh boy. You are a wacko.
I haven't had a great day, to be honest. Someone accused me of stealing from my patients, which I would never do. Plus Hilda's getting...
Accused you of stealing.
No. That's not a question for me.
Who accused you of stealing?
Of course it was Terry that accused me of stealing. One of the other nurses. She's actually trying to make out that I'm some kind of HSK.
I don't know what that means.
Healthcare serial killer.
Oh.
You know, like those nurses that kill loads of their patients. I'm surprised you haven't heard of it. Anyway, because a few of my patients have died on me, and some of those patients have given me gifts, Terry thinks it means that I've been killing them off. I can change my skin. What I look like. That's not really important. Ask me something else.
Can you change your skin for me now?
I don't know how it works. I just know that it does. I can change my skin. What I look like. I can turn into a patient's loved one. I just hold their hand and ask them to imagine that the person they want to see is sitting right here next to them, and I become them. It's how I help them move on. That's how I comfort them.
Comfort them?
I only shift at work to help my patients. I don't have any interest in using it as a party trick or to deceive anyone.
Okay, that's good.
Sorry, Doctor, I dozed off there.
You moved or hidden things in extra hour?
Moving things around and hiding things was amusing at first, when everyone was frozen. Some people would faint when things appeared from mid-air. Others would cry. Others just thought that it was there all the time and that their mind was playing tricks on them. It got boring fast, though.
What else?
I haven't had a great day, to be honest. Someone accused me of stealing from my patients, which I would never do. Plus, Hilda's getting worse.
Valentine's Day night. Taxi.
Sorry, no.
Jaya.
I'm not sure about that. To help her finish her
Bad day.
I think we've got a bit off track.
Not a great day.
No. That's not a question for me. I haven't had a great day, to be honest. Someone accused me of stealing from my patients, which I...
Oh. Oh, what were you accused of stealing?
This? Well, it started with this. It's a locket. Alice, one of my patients, gave it to me before she died.
That's suspect. Tell me about Alice.
Alice was one of my favourites. She never held back, spoke her mind about everything. But she had a wicked sense of humour.
What else have patients given you?
I have a few other things. A watch, a ring. One patient gave me a little china bird. They're not valuable, just trinkets, really.
All trinkets?
Strictly speaking, all of the patient's belongings should be passed on to family members after they die. But Alice's son never visited. He didn't care about his mum. Why would he care about some worthless piece of jewellery? It just doesn't feel right to me. What do you think, Doctor? Am I wrong to keep the locket?
I think you should give it back.
I feel like you're asking me questions.
Yeah, it's probably wrong to keep the locket.
Really? I don't see the harm. Alice wanted me to have it. You and Terry and all the other nurses just don't understand.
That's fine. Tell me about Dekker.
Yes, I had a session with Dr. Dekker on Valentine's Day. 3 o'clock, I think. Just a few hours later, he was... I still can't get over it.
Okay. Have you seen people come back from the dead?
When you work in a graveyard, you see a lot of strange things. I'm not sure if they're real, or whether I think they're real, or which is worse.
Tell me about Max. Actually, yes, I'm happy. Let's do that.
You seem happy. You have a very positive energy.
Oh, thanks, Ellen. Tell me about Max.
I've known Max a couple of years, but this is the first time we've been on a date. I don't think he's boyfriend material.
Not boyfriend material, why?
That's not really important. Ask me something else.
There.
I don't really have anything to tell you about.
Yeah, rude indeed.
Dr. Dekker seemed fine on Valentine's Day. He seemed to be in a good mood. It didn't seem like anything was bothering him.
That is not helpful.
I don't know. I took a picture after undressing her. I put her clothes back on before time resumed. To be honest, there wasn't much to take off and put on. Do you know what kind of girls walk around at midnight, Doctor?
Midnight girls.
I don't have anything to say to that.
Alright, let's talk to Mariana, the star of the show. The nudist on the beach.
I haven't been back to the beach since our last session, and no blackouts, new doctor, and new hope. You're much better behaved than Dr. Dekker.
Uh-oh.
Dr. Dekker dated his patients. That's not good behavior, is it?
No, not good behavior.
Don't ask me. I don't know.
Which patients did he date?
I think her name was Scarlett? One of his patients, an older woman. I guess that's how he liked them.
Okay. Tell me about Dekker.
We went out for drinks. Didn't you know? He said it was a breach of something or the other, but I can be pretty persuasive when I want to be.
Oh, I bet. Oh yeah, she told me she didn't drink. Is she lying?
I don't drink. Only sometimes, like a social drinker. Like a social smoker. They don't smoke either.
Very flexible definitions. Although I agree with her. Did you just go out for drinks? Or did you bump uglies?
It was Valentine's Day. I drink on special occasions.
So they went out drinking on Valentine's Day. Was it a date?
Clueless.
What? Why did you have drinks with Dekker?
We went out for Valentine's Day. Neither of us had dates, so I just suggested we go out together. You know, rather than just sit in with nothing to do.
Netflix and chill?
A bit strange, anyway, and I thought he could do with a break.
Let's get another hint on Bryce's thing. Try and get him green. Why do you think Dekker didn't want to know about his patients anymore?
Therapists are supposed to help you. For whatever reason, Dr. Dekker had given up the desire to cure my mind, and instead wanted to make me more unstable.
Alright, moving on. Tell me about Valentine's Day night.
I was with Dr. Dekker until about 9 o'clock. I remember getting an Uber. It was expensive, and the driver was annoying. I saw one of your patients, actually, the nurse, when we drove by the pier. She was with someone. I don't think she saw me.
Did you see Mariana?
I don't know. Sorry.
Okay. Hint. 24 seconds. What do you got here? How do you feel not going to the beach?
I haven't been back to the beach since our last session. Kind of missed it.
And how are you persuasive?
I know, it's pretty hard to believe, isn't it?
No.
I feel pretty ugly. But I think I have a nice smile.
Oh, woman. You're not ugly.
Lots of people find me attractive, but I've seen something truly beautiful. It makes me feel dull by comparison.
What was truly beautiful?
I have a recurring dream where I find something beautiful in the sea. But I don't know you that well yet, Doctor. Let's wait a while before I tell you my most intimate secrets.
Sorry to cut in, Doctor. I've just had a phone call from a solicitor. Ben's trying to sue us for nervous shock. Should I go and see him to talk it out, or should I find a solicitor to represent us? Sorry to be pushy, I just think we should act quickly before it's too late. Okay, well, just let me know.
God, woman. Jaya. So, check on Ellen's taxi.
One step ahead of you, boss. Elin was picked up from the pier just after 11 p.m. There is no way she could have got from there to here in an hour.
Okay, so it wasn't her. Good. Good on you. Tell me about Ben.
Should I get a solicitor, or shall we try and talk it out with him?
Let's talk it out.
Good choice. I'll go and see Ben to see if I can get him to call off the dogs. I have no idea what's gotten into him. Perhaps it's his mum.
How are you? How are you?
Hey you! Thanks for helping me with this grief thing. I'm not sure I have it though.
Let's talk about grief.
Oh, I don't really know where to start. I feel a bit numb. Maybe we should just talk about him.
Tell me about Dekker.
It hadn't even been a year. He was a quiet, solitary man. A good listener, as I suppose you'd need to be. His confidence did grow as time wore on, but that's what you'd expect after you've fitted in. I mainly miss our chats. He used to work late with me and tell me things about the patients, things that I probably shouldn't have heard, but did.
Yeah, not good.
What do you think of the patients? Nah, perhaps you shouldn't say. You can ask me. Go on, I'll tell you what I think.
Tell me about Lacey.
I'm not trying to hide anything. I just don't know.
Ugh. Jasmine.
I can't help you with that. Sorry.
Bryce.
I think Bryce has a lot of misdirected anger. I don't think I like him that much. You know, sometimes when things overrun, he's outside waiting for you, and he stares at me as if he's undressing me with his eyes. You know, he's not the first person that's done that, but still, you know, it feels worse coming from him.
Claire. She is nuts.
Claire seems to be shaken by something. You know, I offer her drinks every time she comes in, but she always refuses them. It's as if she just wants to come in, get her session over with, and then run off to do something else. It's a bit rude, isn't it? Elin seems like a lovely person. I'm not really sure why she's here.
Nathan?
Oh, I just want to cuddle Nathan all up. He's such a mess. He's always in the same clothes. You know, he barely talks to me though. It's the same hello every time. He reminds me of Tom.
Who's Tom?
Tom was a quiet mess, like Nathan. Youngish, in his early 20s. He taught piano, but he did have a strange hobby. Tom liked to base jump. That's basically falling from a huge building or mountain and pulling your parachute before you hit the ground. He started to think he could fly. Dr. Dekker tried to talk him out of it, but Tom had to prove his point. So one day, Tom decided to base jump without a parachute.
And he gone.
Can you guess what happened?
What do you think of Mariana?
Mariana is a special girl. You know, there's something about her that just makes you want to follow her. Maybe that's what a trendsetter looks like.
What strange things?
You're laughing at me, aren't you? I said I wasn't sure if they were real.
You don't gotta get all bent out of shape. Tom die.
He did die. He was hit by a rock from further up the mountain. He never got to fly. Nathan thinks he knows what his problem is too, but if he's not careful, he'll get hit by that rock.
What rock?
I wish I'd said goodbye. I've got no idea what you're talking about.
Okay. It's this metaphorical rock they're talking about? Is there someone you wanted to say goodbye to? She just said Tom, right?
I wish I'd said goodbye to Dr. Dekker. It was so sudden. You know, here, then gone. He resigned anyway, but that's not the same, is it?
Why did he resign?
Dr. Dekker resigned shortly before his murder. No, it's sad. But doctors come and go and only poor Jaya remains. I've got his resignation letter somewhere. You know, I do all the hiring and firing around here. Well, Professor Alderby and the Trust technically do that.
I live on my own. Occasionally I visit my father. He's in sheltered housing. Dementia.
That's where you get it from, eh? Actually, let me see that evidence. The resignation letter. Please accept this letter as notice of my intention to resign from my position 3 days before he was killed. All right then. Why did you work late with Dekker?
We'd work late together on all sorts of things. He was preoccupied with finding patterns in patients, trying to find some kind of order.
Order?
Sorry, Doctor. We'd work late together on all sorts of things. He was preoccupied with
patterns.
Mainly he was searching for a common experience the patients might have had. That's what led them to his office. He'd study everything, even the referral letters.
Referral letters?
Yes. Letters, parking tickets, holiday destinations. You know, I find those referral letters... He was sure there was a pattern in them.
Yes, please. Yes, have some. Who has a session on Valentine's Day?
On Valentine's Day, Dr. Dekker had a session with Claire Castleford at 11 and that nurse, Elin, at 3. Everyone else cancelled. You should see this place Christmas Eve. I was at home though, so I don't actually know who came in. Dr. Dekker did phone and ask me for Nathan's number, which is a bit strange.
Dr. Dekker called Nathan the day he was murdered. Should ask Nathan.
Professor Alderby is a trustee. Did I not mention that?
It's a trustee.
I think I'm going to get into trouble now. Have you ever heard of secret shoppers? Well, Professor Alderby posed as a patient to test Dr. Dekker. It's just a thing that he does. I'm sure he'll come and visit you at some stage, so please play along.
Good to know. Claire. Hello, Clarice.
Instead of his usual sarcasm and rebuttals, he seemed genuinely excited. Presumably he had a date.
Dekker had a date. Oh, with Mariana that night.
I don't know anything about that. Perhaps you should be taking more notes.
Who was he going to see?
I don't have an answer for you on.
You stink. Why have you missed the beach?
You do something a lot, you're gonna miss it. I suspect I'll go back there soon, but it's helped with the blackouts.
Committed. Any intimate secrets?
Wouldn't you like to know? Is our session up now?
Getting close. Nathan.
There's more than one question there, Doctor. Do you want to try again?
Did Dekker call you on the day he was murdered?
I'm not sure what you're getting at.
Valentine's Day.
I was at Henley Church on Valentine's Day, visiting Hannah's grave. It's the anniversary of her death. Her parents wanted a huge funeral with all the trimmings. Hannah would never have come for it. It does give me somewhere to visit. I got to write the epitaph.
What does the epitaph say?
We walk alone without our angel.
How are you today?
Hello again, Doctor. I had a bit of a shaky loop incident, but let's not talk about it. Yesterday, I set fire to Hannah's clothes in the garden. I just wanted the day to move forward. I instantly regretted it. And lo and behold, here we are, a new day. Hannah's clothes are a pile of ashes.
This practice is owned by a trust. They make all the money and leave me to make all the decisions, which generally means making lots of money. I headhunted Dr. Dekker. And you?
Okay. How was the Uber driver annoying?
Yeah, the Uber driver also fished down by the sea. He said he'd seen me lots of times after I washed up. And he told me that I had a great body. Just wanted to get home.
see. Great body.
I don't know anything else about the driver.
Oops. That was a real answer. I thought it was a...
I don't know anything else about the driver. I've forgotten him already.
Have you been dancing?
I've danced around in my living room, but no clubs since last time. I like dancing around in my underwear. Sometimes less.
Oh dear. Seductive minx. What happened after 9 o'clock? No, were you seeing Dekker?
People are quick to put labels on everything. I suppose Dr. Dekker was more than just a therapist to me. We had a lot of things in common, but we weren't seeing each other.
Seeing. Seeing is believing. Are you seeing someone at the moment?
I'm not seeing anyone at the moment. Are you offering, Doctor?
What happened after 9?
I have no idea. I just went home. I guess he probably came back here if that's where they found him.
Sure. Let's go on a date.
Well, you have my number, Doctor, and my address. I'm sure you can put 2 and 2 together if you want to.
Fascinating. What's Ben's mum got to do with it?
She was cuddling him like he was 6. He's 25.
Oh, I want to know about that. That glass in the
Most
window.
of the patients are suspects, according to the police. Almost all the patients are referred, and some of them are privates, but Dr. Dekker didn't introduce any of them.
Cthulhu.
So you watched the tapes. Gold star for you.
Okay. So the glass.
It smashed.
No shit. Gravity.
I don't know anything about that. Test is the wrong word. More like gently guide. Professor Alderby had a lot of good advice to offer the young psychiatrists. He really helps them focus on where the problems are.
Perhaps I should ask someone else. Dun dun dun. 50 seconds. Nathan's the last one. Unless I want to wait 60 seconds per clue, then I'm just gonna no. No. Why did you burn the clothes?
I've kept almost all of her stuff as she left it. It's just the clothes. I've decided to burn those yesterday, so here I am. Hannah loved clothes. Every season, she'd donate her entire wardrobe to some charity or another, and only buy stuff she loved. And I was left with winter. I don't even know what her favourite season was. Does it matter? What's your favourite season, Doctor?
My favorite season is spring.
If you like spring, you're supposed to be optimistic and creative. Well, that explains why we're still having these sessions.
Or fall. Whichever. I like both of those things. I like both those things.
Nobody likes chaos, Doctor. We're supposed to be restoring order, don't you think?
Order.
Dr. Dekker felt that Hannah was holding me back. The memories of Hannah. In his opinion, I was holding on to the past. So I guess he cursed me. If that's even a thing.
Curse?
Yes, Dr. Dekker cursed me. I don't really want to talk about it, but let's just say I blame him for the way I am. Can you give me some advice, Doctor?
Yes, I can give advice.
I've been trying to think how I can get past today. I've come up with a couple of choices. I could set fire to Hannah's photographs. I've got them in Dropbox anyway. But setting fire to the clothes did the trick. Or setting fire to a rocking chair. She sounds like an old lady, but she loved that rocking chair, which I've not sat in since. Which one do you think's best?
The pictures. If you have them in Dropbox anyway.
That's not really something I know about.
Ugh. Burn the pictures. No, don't burn any of them. Don't burn anything.
Can't help you. Sorry.
No. Ugh, burn the photos.
Photographs it is then. I'll let you know how it goes.
Did Dekker call you?
It was a missed call. It was Valentine's Day, so I wasn't in the mood for conversation.
Call him back?
Should I know something about that? Sorry.
Did he leave a message?
Sorry, I don't know.
Voicemail.
Sorry.
Ugh. Why did you leave? When did you leave the church?
I left Henley Church about 11 o'clock on Valentine's Day. I was talking to an archaeologist who said they'd uncovered some fossils resembling a strange cephalopod-like creature. Strange place to find an octopus, really. What? Do you think I've got something to do with Dr. Dekker's murder? Maybe you should ask your assistant who Dekker saw that day.
Let's get a hint on you.
A hope for a cure, of course.
That's fun. Did you see Dekker Valentine's Day? You religious, Nathan?
I'm not religious, but when I wrote Hannah's epitaph, I knew her parents would want some acknowledgement of the great bearded one. But she was an angel to me. She was an angel to everyone.
Do you see angels?
I don't know what you're talking about.
No? Okay. Feel
I've been
lonely?
alone since Hannah. I can't imagine anyone ever replacing her. Not that I've looked. Do you think I should look for someone else?
Yes. Look for someone else.
Okay. Fine. I'll try. I'm not really sure what I'm looking for, though. Just sign up to Tinder and start swiping. Maybe it's just company I'm missing. Although I don't really want any.
I want to stop having blackouts. I want to be able to remember. I want you to fix me.
Well, we'll try, won't we? Let me see something. I think I can turn down the cooldown. 30 seconds.
At midnight each day.
On Valentine's night.
Time as you know it freezes.
20 minutes past 10.
Keep up, Doctor.
Thinks we're going to smother her in her sleep.
I'm a great...
Come on, Jaya. One more hint.
Oh, don't be such a... It's just between us two.
Alright, I'm gonna end this day. I'm sure.
David Hunt.
I can change my skin.
Then skins.
Dr. Dekker dated his patients.
I had a hot date.
We went out for drinks.
I took photos of Jessica.
Dr. Dekker did phone
On Valentine's Day.
and ask me for Nathan's number.
There was a girl there.
Am I wrong to keep the locket?
I'm allowed to talk to her, aren't I?
He was preoccupied with finding
Photographs.
patterns.
Rocking chair.
I haven't been back to the beach since,
I had a bit of a shaky loop incident.
where I find something
I set fire
beautiful in the sea.
to Hannah's clothes in the garden.
I dug the grave.
I wish I'd said goodbye.
Dr. Dekker cursed me.
It didn't weigh enough to have a body in it.
The drama builds.
Oh, Doctor, you surprised me. Reminds me of Officer Yates. Did I ever mention I had a special friend in the police force? Nah, it's not something you drop politely into a conversation. He's been doing some digging and he's found a couple things. There's a crime scene report that goes into all the gory details and another report that's about a patient you're seeing today, Claire. I'll put them both on the desk for you. And thanks for the grief counselling, by the way. It's really been helping, you know, I'm so glad you're here.
Awkward. Alright, I think that is going to be where I end tonight, unless there's something else here. Let's see. Okay, yep, I'm going to call it a night. I will be back on Friday, most likely. If something comes up where I can't do Friday, then probably Saturday. We shall see. I will tweet or throw something in Discord, or yeah, that's probably the only places. So, alright, I will catch y'all next time. Thanks for watching. Adios.